Hello and welcome back. I am jeffgrantMEDIA, and today's real user review, we are going to be taking a look at the Huru H2. Now, Huru did send me this as a sample for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share the contents of this video with Huru prior to publication. They will see this when you do. Now, there is a convenience link in the description box down below. Feel free to navigate to the site on your own if you feel to do so, but that is there for your convenience, so you can just get there a lot quicker. Okay, so I want to say a couple months ago now, Huru had sent me their Urban, which is the 17-liter bag, and I tested that. I love that bag. They liked my content and asked me if I wanted to check out the H2, the big brother. And I said yeah, because honestly, I think this was the bag I was supposed to get first, and they accidentally shipped me the wrong bag. So they said keep it, review it. If you like what you see, we'll talk about maybe sending you the H2. So I liked what I saw. They liked what I saw. We talked about it. And they sent me the H2. And I have been using this now for, I think we're coming in on maybe 2 months at this point. We've had this bag for some time. I've been using it quite a bit. And I will say it looks pretty dang good. This has been rained on. I think this has been snowed on. It's been in the heat. It's been in the cold. Well, heat's relative. 75 degrees is hot to me right now. It's like 70 out. That's why finally in short sleeves, but it's been in some environmental shifts, let's put it that way, and it's handled everything I had to throw at it, and it keeps coming back for more. So the bag, it's proving to be just as durable as its little brother. Now, who is Huru? Now, Huru as a brand started in 2017 when they launched their first Kickstarter for the Huru H1. Since that did so well in 2018, they started with their H2 model, and it has been uphill from there. They are a Ukraine-based brand, and as of the time of filming, they are still working and operating in the Ukraine, although my bag did ship from Poland. Now, the Huru H2 comes in at $249 USD. It is a 22-liter pack that is available in both black and wolf gray, as seen here. The bag features an exterior dual-access pocket that is also covered and protected by the flap of the main body of the bag. One exterior dump pocket that does feature an organization slip pocket on the inside that has a zipper, as well as a D-ring. There is a very sneakily hidden stash pocket in the back of the bag for all of your discreet needs if you are traveling or if you commute in the city. The bag has two large compartments, one of which is the main body of the bag that features 3 zipper pockets across the front, as well as a tech pocket in the bag that features a laptop sleeve and a tablet sleeve. Okay, let's break it down and show you my loadout, because I do have this bag pretty well stuffed out. But I will say I was able to scale down my EDC quite a bit with this bag, which was great because I carry just too much stuff. Now, I did take out some of my winter stuff. I've kind of transitioned into my spring summer, so I've taken out, I used to carry an extra hat, 2 hats I think were in here, gloves and stuff like that. So I took a lot of that stuff out, as well as I cut back on, I'm still a creature habit. I like paper, I like my notebook. I carry a big, I took it out, a big admin pocket that had a bunch of different pens and Sharpies and stuff in it, but I took that out as well because I just really use like 1 or 2 pens, so I just throw them in the QA pocket now. So I did scale back thanks to this bag quite a bit. I liked to jump into a smaller bag, especially I was carrying like a 26-liter GR1 before this, so I had a lot of stuff in there, my winter kit, as well as just all the extra crap that kind of builds up in your bag. So I find scaling down to a smaller bag is a really good thing to do, just out of practice every once in a while, to help you scale back on all the stuff that you're carrying that you don't need to carry, because it makes the bag heavier, makes the bag more cumbersome, and then you can't find what you want to find because you have too much crap in your bag. I digress. Let's get back into it. So here we go on the outside of the bag. The things that you can easily access, we have our front zipper pocket here. Boom, easy to get to. I keep some of my Green Room 136 pouches in here with a bunch of odds and ends, bits and bobs. And that does have a nice AquaGuard zipper here that actually functions really, really nicely. I will say, I, in the past, have not been a fan of these AquaGuard zippers. I find that they get stuck, they get hung up quite a bit. But the past couple of bags I've had that have had actual AquaGuard zippers on them, they've worked well. They've been, so whatever they've done, they've refined it, and they're getting much, much better, because AquaGuards, especially if there's a big like U in the bag, which we will see in a minute, they get hung up quite easily, and it's just annoying. It's super annoying. But the past like year or two, the bags I've been using, they've been, the AquaGuard zippers have actually been really, really well, and they've been working as they actually should with no hangups. Now up top here, we have our QA pocket that we can easily get to. I keep things in here like, oop, don't want to show you that. That's my work IDs in here. I got a highlighter. There's some pens and stuff in there. Just all those random quick grab and go things that you want out of your top access pocket. Now, this will be easier to show, I guess, you from Cam A. We have this dual access pocket here that you can get to with the lid closed. You see, it is a bit protected. So the zipper, they come from the top up. So it's a little bit covered, a little bit protected. But this is a dual access pocket. It does go all the way through. And when you got a bad back that you're over 2 months in healing, you carry some Aleve. Although I haven't had to take it in a while, but I bought the big bottle because the little bottle was burning through. Anyway, I digress. I got some random stuff. I got my boo-boo kitten here. And now, oh, there's something else. Oh, my Right in the Rain notebook. But I like this pocket for those things because I like to have something like these very, very handy. You hope that you don't need them, but when you do, you want them easily accessible. And this pocket, it doesn't have a ton of space, but it is the perfect size for these couple of items. They lay pretty flat against the bag, so they're not really bulky. I mean, I guess besides the big bottle of Aleve, but that it fits in there just fine. And you can zip that up, and I can access, if I tuck it in properly, and I can access this easily without even opening up the bag. So I like that pocket. I can get through it if I need to. So if I have the bag laying down and I need that Aleve, I can still unzip it and I can grab that Aleve without having to flip the bag over, which would work out really well if you're traveling because you have very limited space on a plane, on a train, on a bus. So being able to access your full pocket from either side of the bag is very, very useful. Now, before we dig into the inside, let's talk about this pocket. I talk about this a lot, but I love this. This is probably one of my favorite hidden pockets on a bag because it's so well hidden. Like, you would not know that was a hidden stash pocket. That zipper tucks in there perfectly. It just looks like it's a split back of the back padding. It doesn't stand out in any way, shape, or form. Hell, it's even kind of hard to dig in there and get that zipper out, but it's pretty big too. It takes up this whole compartment, this whole top pad, so you can fit a lot in there. So you can get cash, you can get wallets, you can get phone, you can get passports in there. So this would come in handy if you're traveling or if you just commute in the city and you want to be able to stick your valuables in a hidden spot. Because not only is it against your back, it's against the center of your back, so it's not like someone can even come in from the side. I've seen a lot of side access travel stash pockets over the years, which makes it easier for you to access your pocket, but it also makes it easier for a pickpocket to get it if they can get to the bag just by going to the side. You don't even have to take it off. Where this is located between your shoulder blades, it's well hidden. You would not know it's there if you didn't know it was there, and it's big enough. You can fit a lot of stuff in there. So again, great for commuting in the city, great for travel. Now, before we get to the inside of the bag, I want to talk about this clip right here. Now, this is their own proprietary clip. It does look like a Cobra buckle, but in my opinion, this is a much cleaner look, and I think it's much lighter. A Cobra buckle, at least an aluminum one, they're very, very heavy, they're very bulky, they're very awkward. I don't like them. I'm not a fan of them on bags. Now, I do have a nylon Cobra buckle here, so I can compare them to. So you can see these are roughly the same size, but the Huru buckle, I think it just looks cleaner. It just looks nicer compared to the Cobra buckle. Now, they operate basically the same. You know, your detachment point, your buttons, I guess, if you will, are on the top with your tail on the bottom. Same thing with the Cobra buckle. They're in a different location, a little bit lower, but you have a smaller tail, though. So I feel like this is a easier fail point because it is smaller. Now, I will say this is a nylon Cobra buckle, and this is an aluminum Huru buckle. Now, Cobra buckles also come in this size in aluminum, and I say don't get them. I won't buy a bag or use a bag if it has a big aluminum Cobra buckle on it. These nylon ones are actually pretty good. I like the nylon ones until I started using this Green Room 136 bag. Before Green Room started using these nylon ones, I wouldn't use a bag with the Cobra buckle because I found them too bulky, too heavy, especially on a sling bag. You take one of these to the face and you're going to remember for the rest of your life. They hurt. So if you're going to get a bag with a Cobra buckle, go for the nylon ones. They work. They function great. But I do think that the Huru bag or buckle, it just has a little bit cleaner design. I like the look of it better. I like the fact that it has a thicker tail on it, so I feel like it's just going to be a little more stable, a little stronger, where again, I don't mind the nylon Cobra buckles because they are much lighter, but I still like the tail still seems kind of thin on it, and I think the overall design of the Huru bag is just a little bit nicer. Our buckle, it's just a little bit nicer. I like it. I think it's done a little bit more clean, and it doesn't weigh that much. This weighs probably a half the weight of an aluminum Cobra buckle because these are probably about the same size. So you make this out of aluminum, it's much heavier than this one made out of aluminum. So Huru buckle, nice. If you're gonna get Cobra buckles, get nylon Cobra buckles. So now that we talked about the buckle, we can go ahead and open that thing. Now, the main body of our bag, we flip this open, we have mostly a full clamshell. It doesn't come all the way to the bottom of the bag. There is about 2.5, 3-inch gap at the bottom, but it comes mostly to the bottom, and you can see it folds and flips out pretty good. So we don't have a full spill, but we do have mostly a full clamshell. Now, I don't have a ton in here now because, again, I scaled back. Oh, hey, look at that. Guess I never took that out. I got my paper notebook that I always carry, my tech kit, because, you know, you need all the hard drives and stuff in there, and a little tripod. I love this tripod. This is a Surui 3T35K tabletop tripod that I have had for about 10 years, and I love it. Carry it with a little cell phone clip. We pop that off, and you can fit your camera on here. This comes in so handy. And now, it's not a thick, big, deep cavity, but it is a good enough cavity. I can carry these 3 items in here no problem, and I can still fit my big, I have it here. I could show it to you. I have it. It's over here. It's on my desk. I can still fit this in here and close the bag, but it does make it a little bit tight because this is pretty thick. It's an old garage built gear admin pan pack, and it's great. I have a lot of stuff in it. It fits everything I want in it, and it does fit inside the bag, but it does make the bag a little bit bulky, especially when we load out these 3 pockets that we have in the lid. So we have our knife from the Brass Brigade. Now, the middle pocket, it is a bit small. You can't fit a lot in here. I do have, where is it? This little pill container that does fit pretty perfectly in here, but you can't fit a ton in here because it doesn't have a lot of space. Now the bottom one, it's much bigger. I can fit bigger things in here. My skin and solution pouches, I got 2 of them in here. Now this is like the rest of my pills and stuff, or first aid kit extras. But this pocket's really good. I would say if they eliminate this center pocket and make this top pocket the same size as this bottom one and just had 2 big pockets, you can load this bag out a lot better. I think this center pocket is just a little too narrow to really fit much in it. Again, remove it, put 2 pockets that are the same size in here, and I think you can use this lid a lot easier. Now, I do have it organized and laid out pretty well, but I think I can do better if I had a little bit more room up top and just got rid of this one narrow pocket, because I think it's just too narrow. You can't do too much with it. You just really can't fit much in there. Now, if you want to zipper this closed, and there we go. They're talking about, show you that too from the top. So this is, again, an AquaGuard zipper. There's 2 of them, the front and back pocket, but it, let's do it so the whole bag doesn't just dump on me. But you got a big horseshoe. Good zippers, both of them. Zipper perfectly. They're not getting hung up at all. And it's been my experience in the past that any of these AquaGuard zippers on a U like this, they'd always get hung up in the corners, and we didn't get that at all in either the main compartment or the tech pocket of the bag. The AquaGuard zippers function perfectly. Now, if you want to go ahead and open that back tech pocket up, you can, again, clamshell the bag open. So back here I have my tablet, and then I have just a little tote bag, because sometimes you got to carry a couple extra things. So I keep that in there, and you can also actually have quite a bit of space in here as well. So if I have to carry any kind of papers or anything like that, which I actually do carry kind of frequently whenever my daughter does like a fundraiser. We sell Gertrude Hawks. It's a local candy company. They make candy. We do those for fundraisers or sell calendars for fundraisers for dance class. I usually have a bunch of different things, either the catalog of candy or the calendars, all print out of stuff. And I keep that stuff stashed in here because it keeps it flat against the back of the bag. It doesn't get all banged up. It doesn't get all bent and destroyed. And I can kind of tuck it in there. It's safe, it's sound. So I have a little bit of extra space for any, I guess, incidental paperwork, if you will, in addition to being able to fit a tablet and a laptop if that's what I want to carry. But I don't really carry my tablet or my laptop much anymore. I do carry my tablet all the time, so that's always in there, and it fits perfectly. And this is well padded too. The back padding here, it's great. It's really, really thick, and this is actually a floating sleeve too, so we're not right on the ground. We have maybe an inch or two gap between the bottom. So while I do always say, no matter what, always be aware when you're setting your laptop bag down on something, because you don't want to just drop it and break your laptop or your tablet. So always be aware when you're setting your bag down. But it is protected in this bag. We do have a floating, well-padded laptop sleeve, so you don't really have to worry about that as much as you would if you had a non-floating or not well-padded laptop sleeve. So this one is good, and I will say there have been a couple of times where I forgot I had my tablet in there and have basically thrown the bag on the ground, on the chair, in the car. The tablet's been fine. So it's been protecting my tablet just fine. So I've been using this now as my EDC for, I think, coming up on 2 months. I've been using it for quite some time, and I really like the bag. I liked the Urban, the 17-liter guy, but I like the H2. I think this is a little bit more my speed. I like to have low to mid-20s. I feel like that's a really good range, even if the bag's a little bit bigger. I'll even sometimes EDC up to like a 30-liter pack, which again is, for me at least in the winter, is great because I always carry like extra gloves, an extra hat or two, scarf, schmog, bandana, like a bunch of extra winter stuff in there. So the 22 liters of the Huru H2 has been coming in very handy for me to help me scale back into my springtime, summertime EDC. And overall, it's a very good size for a daily carry bag. Now, if you're looking at it, I'd say snag one. I've been very, very pleased with it. Again, Ukraine-based company. Mine shipped out of Poland. I did have a import fee on this, so I did have to pay, I think it was, I don't remember offhand. I paid a couple of them recently on not only things for the channel, just things that we've been buying. I paid a couple import fees, but I don't remember. I want to say it was between $30 and $50, something like that. I want to say it was a little bit on the lower end. I think it was less than I had expected this one to be, but well worth it. $250, solid price point. You're getting a well-built quality product here. Yeah, Huru's been on my radar for a couple of years since I saw Bo's Mono's video on this bag, and I just never got around to it till recently. So I'm happy that I finally got a chance to check out not one, but 2 Huru bags now, and very pleased with the performance. Love the buckle, love the function, the features of the bag. Again, I've been using this for a couple of months, and if I didn't tell you it didn't just come out of the box, you wouldn't know. I'm not gentle with these products. When I test them, I test them. Again, I threw this thing around a couple times forgetting I had my tablet in there. Tablet stayed safe. Bag still looks great. But yeah, all in all, very, very satisfied and happy with the performance I've gotten out of the Huru H2. So if you were looking at one, I would say pull the trigger, snag one. It's a great bag. Won't let you down. So with that, I hope this helped you in your buying decision just a little bit. So if you do, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.